Hi everyone, this is my presentation of parental rights and special education. So as a parent, it's really important to know your rights. So it's important to know your parental rights in special education. You have the right to participate in decision made regarding your child's education. The following presentation will provide you with an overview of your rights. The more knowledge you have, the better you will be able to support your child. So knowledge is power. So a little bit about the IEP process at the Livingston Board of Education. The special education in Livingston Public Schools is based upon the Individual with Disability Education Act and the New Jersey Administrative Code 6A 14 for special education. So IDEA governs how special education and related services are to be provided to children with disability from age of 3 to 21. It also provides that children with disability must be provided with free and appropriate public education, which is FAPE, that prepares students for further education, employment, and/or independent living. What is FAPE? So every child with an exceptionality is entitled to receive a free, appropriate public education, which is FAPE. Parent rights are intended to ensure that children receive FAPE. FAPE is defined as special education and related services that meet the following criteria. Are provided at public expense under public supervision and direction and without charge, meet the standard of the state board, include an appropriate preschool, elementary, or secondary school education, are provided in conformity with individualized education program. What happens when a referral is made? Within 20 calendar days of receiving a referral, the school district must hold a meeting to decide whether an evaluation will be conducted. If an evaluation will be conducted, another decision is made about the type of testing and other procedures that will be used to determine if a child needs special education services. So therefore, if an evaluation will not be conducted, recommendations may be made with respect to intervention or services to be provided students in general education program. So who can participate in these meetings? So as a parent of a child who may have a disability, you have the right to participate in meetings regarding identification, evaluation, classification, development, and review of your child's IEP, educational placement of your child, and reevaluation. So how will you be invited to participate in these meetings? So meetings about special education or your child must be scheduled at a time and place agreeable to you and the district. So the school district must notify you in writing early enough to ensure that you will have an opportunity to attend this meeting. So what is a written notice? The school district will inform you of decision being made about your child by giving you a written notice. So a written notice must include a full description of the school district proposal and a statement that you have rights under special education law. When providing the written notice, the school district must always describe the action that it is proposing or refusing, explain why it is or is not taking the action, describe other options considered and explain why those options were rejected, and describe the procedures, tests, records, or reports used by the district to make this decision, and also describe any other factors relevant to the district proposal. Parental consent. So what is a parental consent? Consent means that you have been giving all of the information to make an informed decision about the proposed activity. So consent also means that you understand and agree in writing to the proposed activity. So therefore, written notice must be part of any request for your written consent. When must the school district obtain consent? So consent is required when before your child is evaluated for the first time to determine eligibility, before your child's special education program starts, before your child is tested as part of an reevaluation, before your child's records are released to a person or organization that is not otherwise authorized to see them, each time the school district wants to access private insurance covering your child, the first time the school district wants to access public benefits or insurance covering your child, whenever the school district wants to excuse a required team member from a meeting of the IEP team, whenever your child's IEP is amended without a meeting of the IEP team, and whenever you agree to waive reevaluation of your child. So what is an IEP? So the IEP is a written plan that describes in detail your child's special education program. The IEP should describe how your child currently performs and your child's specific instructional needs. The IEP must include detailed and measurable annual goals and short-term objectives or benchmarks. So as a parent, here are your rights. You have the right to have copies of your child's IEP, bring others to the meetings, tape record IEP meetings if you inform the other person orally or in writing prior to the meeting starting that you intend to record the meeting. Have the IEP implemented within 90 days of the school's receipt of your consent for the first evaluation. Have the IEP implemented as soon as possible following the IEP meeting, and have the IEP meeting reviewed at least annually. A special education parents advisory committee at my district, we definitely have this committee. It's called CPAC. So the Livingston Board of Education Education Parent Advisory Committee, in short for CPAC, exists to fulfill the requirements if the New Jersey Administrative Code 6A14 -.1. Each Board of Education shall ensure that a special education parent advisory group is in place in the district to provide input to the district on issues concerning students with disabilities. So CPACs work collaboratively with all special education parents and district staff in an advisory capacity to the Livingston Board of Education. So more specifically, CPAC is a parent forum to share ideas, bring attention to issues that affect the students, and provide solution. It also gives parents an opportunity to share experiences about their child, the interaction with the school district, and what works and does not work for children. So CPAC also hosts workshops for parents of special education students to help parents become better informed about special education topics. So in my district, we strongly encourage parents of special education children to join CPAC. So in conclusion, as parents, you and the representative from our school district are team members who are responsible for developing an appropriate education program for your child. So study after study has shown that family engagement is the #1 factor in student academic support. So therefore, parents are our partners. We want you to be prepared to take an active role in your child's education. And this is the end of my presentation. Here are your references, and I hope to see you guys for the next presentation.